Well, hello everybody, it's Mr. Lee David Carter here, and I wanted to talk to you about another podcast which I thought was an interesting subject, so I thought I would talk about this one. I've just come back from the gym, so I thought I'll do another podcast and share this with the world. So I want to talk about being trans and being outed at work, okay? So, yeah, this is an interesting one. So I want to talk about being out at work whereby I felt uncomfortable being invaded, should I say, with my privacy. And I'm going to explain how this is, should I say, coherent for a period of time. I started my job as Mr. Lee David Carter, and everybody called me Lee as a guy, a dude at work. And I remember doing a DBS check for my manager at work, which is the disclosure and barring service for the type of work that I was doing. And my previous name, Lisa, was on now, and I spoke to the DBS and I spoke to my girlfriend about it, and I was concerned about it. Even though it's confidential for something like that, DBS, because, freedom of information, sharing information, I requested them to remove my old name, Lisa, because my name is Lee. So I got that done after I requested that, and because of my involvement with press and media, me being a book author, because of my gender identity, all of that, I wanted to sort of keep that life private and confidential with the journey that I've been on. I didn't really want it exposed. I wasn't so much concerned about my sexuality. I mean, I don't care what people think, but it's because I just didn't want the story out there at work. I just wanted to sort of keep it a little bit more confidential in my private life. So then saying that, I noticed after a while that the staff members started digging at me for information, and from that, they were, should I say, sort of hanging around me, asking me about things. I also noticed one woman around me that had a bit of a crush on me at work, and they sort of like wanted to add me on social media like Facebook and things like that. And so I put it off. I kind of put it off, and I was speaking to my partner about it, and then I had some dude come up to me at work and approached me and started telling me how they saw me on social media, and they sort of checked me out on Google, on the internet, and took me aside at work to speak to me about it. I said, seemed amazed, and came up to me and said, I saw you on Google and I saw all these videos of you, and wow, angels and stuff, and the book, and obviously my gender identity exposed because the first book coming out like 5 years ago. And I said, wow. Came up to me and said, good on you. And I went, what do you mean? And then started opening up and telling me. I thought, right, okay, so why was he searching me out on Google? Why did he check my name in Google? So I had a feeling inside, because I'm spiritually gifted, I'm very tuned in and wise. I knew straight away that probably the girls at work kind of said, I'm not going to mention any names, but said, go and check this person out, see what they're about, see if you can find anything, I kind of laughed it off, but in a way I didn't feel happy about it, I've got to be honest. Because I don't like people that want to nose into your private life and want to know who you are and what's going on. It just seems, if I want to tell somebody about my life, I'm going to tell you. I wanted to keep that side of my life sort of personal, at work. Anyway, saying that, cut story short, after that, I thought I had it contained. I thought that I was in control. Some of the stuff that they found on me on Google and on social media and so forth. Publishing the book, being on radio, being on press, I thought that I had some kind of control. So I told him, could you please keep it quiet? I want to keep it confidential, basically. And, with information and copyright, I said, he just said, yeah, sure, like, and then about a few days later, basically, I got approached by another co-worker at work, trying to ask questions about me, one of the women, and sort of like, so I said to myself, like, what's the deal here? Like, like, it's like you know something, and about how I should open up and tell you something, So she took an interest at work, and I guess I found out, by the dude that came up to me and started asking me questions, that it kind of put two and two together. I got it. People just can't keep quiet. People have to gossip. People gossip and they talk. And I remember mentioning this on the Jeremy Cole show. People love to gossip, Jeremy Cole said. It's very true. People love to gossip. And they like to talk. And they want to find out people's business. Anyway, cut story short again. But I could see also one of the other women had a crush on me. I was telling my girlfriend about that as well. The things that were going on. Anyway, I made it clear at work that I had a girlfriend. And I thought I had it contained now. But obviously I didn't. I thought I had some kind of control. That, I was out there, now. People were finding out. Someone else finding out. And then, so I had an idea of what people sort of knew. And then I had another co-worker come up to me this time. And I have to laugh about this because I'm kind of seeing the funny side of it without sort of taking it too personally. She came up to me and came across to me like everyone knows that I'm trans, and I didn't really want that out there. I didn't want everybody knowing that I'm trans. I didn't want everybody knowing about my personal life with the media and the press and the book and everything. I didn't want everybody knowing that. I didn't. I wanted to keep it quiet. So then after that, next thing I know, I'm finding that everybody knows at work that I'm trans. Without even pointing any fingers at anybody, who mentioned it, and knowing people are under the train, should I say. And I was concerned about people at work, about, I never really approached. I just know, me being trans. So these podcasts that I'm making now, this is based on true to the heart, real life, true part of my journey, all the experiences I'm going through, and to get some important messages across, okay? For all those that are out there now, and regarding the trans experiences and the questions that are asked, to educate people and help many here as well. People coming up to me and saying, I don't care. I don't care what people think. I really don't. I've gone through a life of experiences. I've gone through the most difficult challenges, which is coming out in the book. And it's not just me going through a gender identity crisis for 40 years. It's a lot more than that. And, with the TV documentary being released next year, me filming on location locally and wherever on location, it's coming out in the documentary just who I am and more. With the experiences I'm going through and what I'm going through right now with my own mother and my family. My mother is not well. She's going to pass soon, pass away. And I'm the eldest of 3 siblings, and I'm having to deal with a situation of taking care of my younger brother and standing strong for him. So, no idea who I am, what I'm going through, what I've been through. If I want my life out there, I'm going to tell you. But I've kept my life personal because I want to. So, I'm not happy about it. If I haven't told people, it's because I don't want to. So anyway, I don't care what people think. I am this way, so, I am who I am. You have to be careful in work and place, because, people can be discriminative. I just went to work to do my job and go home. What I do in my personal life is my personal life. And that's it. It has nothing to do with the workplace. And that's the way I saw it. So with regards to freedom of information, my involvement with press and media and exposure, but frankly, I just don't care what people think or their opinion. You know, I've been nice and polite. I'm professional to people. I am a professional. And I'm very sort of, you know, how I speak and, you know, about it and everything, and polite about it in every way. Well, you know, with people, I just find it funny. You know, I'm diligent. I work hard. Although I felt this energy, should I say, from a couple of staff and members there that did not approve, and I felt it. I could see one person was from a different generation, older than me, and I could feel it. They didn't approve of it. Well, you know what? This is the 21st century, and the world is changing, and things have changed, and it's changed to when I grew up. It wasn't even heard of or spoken about. The world has changed. So, whether you accept it or not, it is what it is. And I don't care what you think, or if you accept it or not. So if you're transphobe or whatever, I still don't care. I don't. You know, I come from a tough life background. I grew up in London street. And I've educated myself and travelled the world, and I've got a degree. So I don't care what you think. I don't care about your belief systems here. I don't care what you think. Gender, race, equality, if you want to be discriminate, I don't care. I work with spirit and the divine. I see everybody as equal. And I don't get into any kind of beliefs. I respect your belief, if you've got religion, whatever. I respect it, but I don't care about your opinions and what you think. Okay. So saying that, again, you know, a couple of staff members, and you know, and then one day I see this 16-year-old walking into work to start a job, just started out working at the bar, just left school. And this particular person walked in, and they were, because I speak to my girlfriend about this, they were going through what I've been through as a FTM trans. And I remember one of the staff members, this person that started the job, one of the staff members like said, "Hey, you know, that person that just started, they're like blah blah blah, you know, they're like trans, you know, it's like used to be a female, and that's like now it's called such and such name boy." And I went, "Oh yeah, really?" Sort of laughed it off and said, "Yeah, that's good." But to me, that kind of like opened things up a bit for them to see, here we have this new member of staff that's walked in and started the job, and they are going through the same process that I went through years ago. So it kind of opened things up for people to see, be a bit more open with the situation, should I say. So after hearing that news, you know, either way, I don't care what people feel. I don't care what they think. I never really care about any of it, to be quite honest. And, you know, I spoke to people at work about it in the first place, and, you know, I just don't care what you think or what you say, to be honest. Anyway, I eventually moved on from the job after that. Without talking about any too much detail, it's really my choice to be who I am and where I am today. It was my choice, my journey, my experiences. But, you know, with regards to who I should trust, regards to my personal life and me being trans, it turns out that they're watching my videos, the YouTube, the book publication with Lisa, the gender story, and spreading it around now on a day shift with people. And, you know, which I knew was extremely personal because I didn't really want it out there. I felt in a way intruded, people asking me questions, you know, prying, curiosity, intrigued. I was just trying to do my work, do my job, working up into management. I was trying to be stealth, should I say, about it, and I wanted to keep that so my life personal, and I just didn't really want it out there as such. And when I say personal, so I just come to work, and what is between my legs, or what's between my legs, should I say, and all the other stuff that kind of goes with it. I was a little bit annoyed at first, frustrated, and then of course you've got my boss trying to hit on me, which I felt was very unprofessional, sending text messages with kisses. The kisses on the text message, I thought it was really unprofessional, and I ended up talking to my girlfriend about it all, because I don't keep anything from her. We're very open and trustworthy, and because we love each other. And I was telling her about it, and she got annoyed because she thought it was very unprofessional. She's a professional herself, and she couldn't understand why a woman in a management position would be so unprofessional and do something like that, because I did make it very clear at work that I had a girlfriend. So to me that's sexual harassment. It wasn't right. I didn't agree with it, she didn't agree with it. So so those things, it felt uncomfortable. So I'm not ashamed at all with who I am or anything like that, and anyway, so I came out, spoke to people at work about it. There's no way of containing it or even controlling it. It was out there and at work, and I mean there was never any real discrimination around me in the workplace or anything, besides the sexual harassment bit. But apart from that, staff were really good with me, But even still, I wanted to keep it quiet. I just wanted to talk about, share that experience with you, being out at work, because it was a tough one, And saying that, I eventually moved on from the job, and I find it hard with people, really, with many are still very close-minded and transphobic, which is another thing that I felt. And I just wanted to go to work, do my job peacefully, and to just basically, stand stealth, really. And however, the world is changing, and compared to the past years ago. So if you was gay or lesbian or trans or whatever, or pansexual or whatever, because the gender spectrum is so vast now, I just felt that this needs to be out there, that it's important, and it's really important to stay stealth, should I say, when working in the workplace and being out there to the public and society. And don't ever be ashamed or guilty or frightened of how you feel with other people knowing who you are and being out there. Just be who you are. Be proud of who you are. You're a human being, just like everybody else. So I'm going to say love and light. Look out for some more podcasts. I wanted to share this story with you. I thought it was an important story to share. And I'll speak to you all again soon, and get ready for some more podcasts. So I'm going to sign out. Love and light. Namaste. Speak to you all soon.